Quvianaqtuk Pudlat has only been drawing for the last 4 years. We had a solo for him 2 years ago, which was a remarkable success for an artist that few knew. He's spent most of his life as a hunter and on the land, and not just his hunting skills, but his love of the animals, and particularly the birds, comes through in his drawings. He knows every action. He spoke about the wolverine, saying that, well, he didn't hunt them. He would follow their tracks and until they were smart enough to go up into the rocks and his skidoo couldn't go. But he also said they're very shy, and this drawing really depicts that nature. He has a great love of birds, and Dancing Crane, I think, is one of the most beautiful drawings, not only because of obviously the joyousness of the crane, but just the way that he has captured it on paper and has mixed all of the colors for the plumage. He was saying that cranes, once they finished migrating, and it's a long migration when they finally arrive in the Arctic, once they've landed, they dance. Said you can see them, what we would call dancing, and that's what this one is doing. And he then also said, again, because of his acute eyesight, that the plumage fits, it's total camouflage into the tundra. So particularly the cranes who have hatched chicks have perfect cover-up. And then one that I think is really, we can really relate to in the South is the caribou, who appears to be scratching himself, but apparently, according to Quvianaqtuk, apparently the mosquito season, the summer season, the mosquitoes really annoy the caribou. And the look on this caribou's face actually reminds me a little bit of how I feel when I'm around mosquitoes. The red and gray fox is also very interesting because not only is it beautiful, but it actually, he knows how they play. But more importantly, he said that most people think there's only white fox in the Arctic, and he wanted to let people know that they have gray fox and red fox. And finally, the polar bear and cub, the polar bear that's sleeping and the cub that's yawning, is actually based on his own observations, because in the north, the polar bears hibernate during the summer. And apparently they don't go into caves, they simply curl up somewhere where it's sheltered. And you can see them in the summer. So he spoke about a day that they were out on a boat and saw a mother and her cub curled up asleep. And they went close and made as much noise as they could, and the bears simply didn't wake up. So, I mean, this is typical. I could speak for a long time about each drawing, but what comes through in his work is his immense talent, his ability to mix colors, his ability to create compositions that fit perfectly on the page, so that not only are they realistic, but they are actually a beautiful composition. And finally, you understand that he really is fond of the animals, because a number of them you can just see that he is celebrating them in his drawings. He's a remarkable artist, to say, for 4 years, and we look so forward to what Quvianaqtuk will be giving us in the future.